much.
The Macy's parade always starts things off very, very well.
Oh, hello there. How are you?
You know, it wouldn't be a New York Christmas without a Macy's parade. Why, it really helps me get into the spirit of things.
Oh, you know something? I saw a glove just like that in the dumpster on 32nd Street.
Oh, thank you. My dear woman, I continue to be amazed at you never get on at work. Do you know that you can enjoy your entire Christmas list without leaving the privacy of your living room? Home Shoppers Club on Channel 8 is anyone who doesn't personally shop for their loved ones ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, now it is the spirit that counts.
Well, you can't deny that Christmas is big bucks to the economy. It's the one season of the year when the department stores can make up their annual deficit.
Christmas is more than big bucks, Doctor. And it is more than mail-order gold chain. Christmas is the one time of year we devote to that which we studiously avoid the rest of the year. Peace and goodwill.
Listen to this crazy man. Interrupted him. He invites Freddy Krueger to the Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, man. You got that. Awesome.
Oh, right on! Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. What would you like for Christmas, Doctor?
Oh, I don't even think Santa Claus can give me what I want.
Well, why don't you try me?
Well, the medical facility at Maplewood needs a new x-ray machine. There's no way we can afford one.
Well, you should have it, Doctor.
Kurt, if you get me that x-ray machine, I'll know you're Santa Claus.
Well, you just look in your stocking line. Oh, how wonderful. What a lovely gift you found. Very nice. And I do Merry Christmas to you.
You know, Chris, we haven't really had an opportunity to discuss your having to leave Maplewood, and I want you to know how sorry I am. I did everything I could. The board overruled me. They just won't allow us to keep anyone that they determine to be mentally unsound.
But I passed all their tests, passed with flying colors.
I know you did, Chris, and I've been in your corner all the way. But I just can't justify your schizophrenic instability.
You mean because I'm Santa Claus?
Well, isn't that enough?
But it happens to be perfectly true.
But the board doesn't believe in Santa Claus. So, you're out.
So what happens next?
Well, Maplewood has an arrangement with Mount Hope Sanitarium.
The rubber room.
For a public hospital, it's really a very good institution. Do you have any money, Kurt?
Oh, yes, I have $53.
You're not a young man anymore, and it's going to be very hard for you to earn a living. If you can't support yourself, you'll become a ward of the state and end up at Mount Hope anyway. Why not cut out the middleman?
But I'm not crazy, and I won't go to the funny farm.
But what choice do you have?
My friend Jim, the zookeeper at Central Park Zoo, he takes care of the reindeer. I could go stay with him. You know, I help him with the reindeer all the time. They don't doubt my sanity.
Wouldn't you think after 5 years, Doris, we'd have this parade business under control? Well, as long as Mr. Macy is happy.
I think the Garfield book is a lot better this year, Mother.
Yes, Susan, we had Garfield fixed.
You watch your mother, Susan. You'll be able to handle this parade yourself by the time you're 10.
Would you believe 8?
disgrace to the uniform. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves in front of the children? I can't. Where is your Christmas spirit? Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's got to keep yours somehow.
There's our Santa over there, Mrs. Walker. Shelley, see if you can just get him in the sleigh. No. Well, tie him in if you have to. Just get him in. Oh.
I think I'm going to get slaved.
But we can Santa Claus. You want to see Santa? They're ringing bells on any street corner of the city, but they're not Santa. You mean the real thing? I suppose you believe in the Easter Bunny too, huh?
You know, Chris, this would be a great opportunity to install both of you. You can spread the Christmas cheer and pay the rent at the same time.
Oh, but they haven't asked.
Well, how can you sit here and watch this parade while all these children are going to be disappointed because there's no Santa Claus?
Doctor, is that the genuine Christmas spirit I hear?
I've always had a Christmas spirit. I've just been thinking about what you said, the giving and all.
Aha, that is the bottom line, isn't it, Doctor? Excuse me, may I be of assistance?
Don't believe it. It's Santa Claus.
At your service.
Well, you better believe it, sir. You can see what our problem is here. How would you feel about playing Santa in this parade?
Well, I am not accustomed to substituting for intoxicated impersonators. However, the children are waiting, and it is an emergency. Do you have a place where I can change?
Shelley, get him suited up for the sleigh. Certainly. Right this way, sir.
Very much. Did you reindeer?
Fred, she's over talking with the elves. Would you go get her? I have enough problems already. Not the crazy ideas they're going to put in her head.
Don't worry, they're only telling her about the North Pole.
Mr. Gailey, I appreciate you taking care of Susan, but I'm sure we've been neighbors long enough for you to realize that I have definite ideas about her growing up. Now, I've told you before, I will not have her believing in myths and legends.
Why not?
Because she'll develop irrational thinking patterns. As a lawyer, I think you'd recognize that.
Oh, I didn't realize you were raising a 7-year-old lawyer.
I don't want her to grow up in a fairy tale world. She'll end up expecting to find the Prince Charming, a beautiful home, and live happily ever after. Fred, those things just don't exist.
Are we talking about Susan or you? Look, I'm sorry, Doris. I'm sure your divorce was painful, but you can't keep closed off forever.
I let my guard down once, and I'm not going to let it happen again. I appreciate you taking care of Susan, but please allow me to be her parent. I don't want you swaying the point of view.
Hey, Mom! The elves are better this year. Their costumes actually fit.
Don't worry, Doris. Nobody's going to change her point of view.
Oh, Kris Kringle.
Oh, that's very clever.
Oh, the name's been in the family for generations.
Welcome aboard. As a member of Macy's family, it's my responsibility to train incoming Santas. Here's a list of toys we'd like you to push. My, I don't remember Macy's having such a nice suit.
Oh, you like it? It's my own. I've had it for years.
Okay. We're overstocked on these toys, so if a child wants something that we don't have, you should say, you don't want that. What you want is an E.T. doll. Get the picture?
But why not give the children what they want?
Because it's Christmas, and Christmas is a time to clean out the surplus inventory.
The real spirit of Christmas giving.
Yes, and Santa who moves merchandise gets a little something extra in his stocking. Now, we mustn't keep the children waiting.
Hello there, Sharon. How are you?
How did you know my name?
I'm Santa Claus. I know these things. Now tell me, what do you want for Christmas?
I want a Captain Power video camera.
Oh, I think you've been a good girl. We can arrange that. Merry Christmas to you.
Well, thanks a lot, Santa. Do I look like I am made of money? You guys get $125 for one of those Captain Power video cameras.
Tell me, can you afford $55.95?
Well, sure.
Well, then try Consumers on 32nd Avenue.
I don't believe it. Macy's Santa Claus, he's sending me to another store?
Oh, it's not important whether Macy's or Consumers sells the toy. The important thing is to make the child happy.
Well, now I've seen everything.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
Oh, look at this fine young man. Oh, my goodness. And what would you like for Christmas?
I would like to have the furniture, the kind that has real hoses, not squirt through water. I promise not to squirt it in the house.
But that's what you said about the silly putty last year.
I know, but I promised this year.
Ah, well then. Merry Christmas to you. We'll see what we can do. We'll take your word for it.
But how could you tell him that? I've looked all over town and everybody is sold out.
Oh, Gimbel's has plenty. They're on the 4th floor, second aisle to the left. And the best part of it is, they're only $18.95. That's a wonderful bargain.
Gimbels.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thanks for shopping at Macy's.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm on my way to Gimbel's. Your Santa Claus recommended it.
Oh.
Oh, and to tell you the truth, I think it's absolutely wonderful. That's the true spirit of Christmas. He's the best Santa Claus you've ever had.
You think so. Mr. Macy thinks so.
All right, Susan, it's your turn.
Do I have to?
Come on, try it. You'll like it.
This is ridiculous.
Well, hello, young lady. What's your name?
Susan Louise Walker.
And what would you like for Christmas, Susan?
Nothing. Whatever I want, my mother will get it. Provided it isn't too expensive. You're the man my mother hired to play the part of Santa. I must admit, you're a little bit better than most.
Oh,
I can't even see the straps holding your beard on. It looks real.
well, it is real. And I'm real, too.
Well, it was nice talking to you anyway. Can we go now, Uncle Fred?
All right, Susan. I'm sorry. She's a hard sell, but thanks for trying anyway.
Oh, I'm not giving up on her. This sort of thing is happening much too much these days.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's a losing battle.
Oh, not if we stick together.
Santa Claus.
This child has only recently arrived from an orphanage in Holland. She speaks no English, but she insists that you, Santa Claus, can speak Dutch.
Oh, Santa Claus, ik ben zo lekker.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't translate.
Nackenschliffen, Freudenblick?
Ja.
Oh, hier.
Erika,
Ah, was willst du für Christmas?
ik wil van de poesje.
Ja. Willst du mit mir singen?
Ja.
Sinterklaas, Kerpoenchen, Hartmann in mijn schoentje, Hartmann in mijn huisje, danke Sinterklaasje. Sinterklaas, Kerpoenchen, Hartmann man in mijn schoentje. Hartman in mijn laarsje. Danke Sinterklaasje.
Brother, there's something very unusual about that Santa Claus. There was a girl of mine who couldn't speak English. So he spoke to her in her native language. And they even sang a song together.
Susan, lots of people speak foreign languages. Well, I speak French, but that doesn't make me Joan of Arc. Look, he's just a man I hired this morning. And even if there were a Santa Claus, I doubt if he'd be working for Macy's. Perhaps Mr. Gailey would like to read you Santa's employment record. It just arrived from personnel.
Name, Kris Kringle. Age, as young as my tongue and a little bit older than my teeth. Birthplace, the North Pole. Next of kin, Dasher, Donner, Prancer, Blitzen.
Fred, would you please take Susan home? I have a job to do here.
Come on, Susan, your mother has Christmas to manage.
Mrs. Walker, this new Santa is completely unacceptable. He refuses to push the backlog merchandise. And you're not going to believe this, he's sending our customers to buy at other stores. You've got to do something.
What a coincidence. I was on my way to do just that.
I'll call him. What do I call him again?
Well, according to his personnel record, Kris Kringle.
Right. Mr. Kringle, how long will you be?
As long as it takes to say you're fired. Oh, Mr. Kringle. My, we've had a busy day, haven't we?
Oh, these first days are always trying.
Yes, well, it seems you've been trying a little too hard.
I don't understand.
You haven't been following the instructions given to you by Mrs. Shellhammer.
Ah, you mean that list of surplus toys. Well, I decided not to use that.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I decided it was dishonest. Why should the customers have to pay for Macy's mistakes?
That is
Especially the little children.
That is not your decision to make, Mr. Kringle. And speaking of dishonesty, how do you explain this?
Oh, that's my employment application. Well, it's all perfectly true. You see, I verified it by signing it on the bottom.
Then you really think you're Santa Claus?
Oh, my goodness, certainly not.
Well, that's a relief.
I know it for a fact.
Well, that's great. But we cannot have a Santa Claus who refers our customers to other stores. You can pick up your final check at personnel, and I'm sorry it didn't work out.
You know, it strikes me as a bit ironic, Mrs. Walker, that you are firing Santa Claus for being Santa Claus. Whatever happened to it's more blessed to give than receive?
All right, Mr. Kringle, I'll give you a week's severance pay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, Mrs. Walker. Oh, and don't worry, I won't hold this against you on Christmas Eve.
Mrs. Walker, Mr. Macy would like to speak.
Oh, I'm perfectly capable of speaking for myself, Mrs. Sledge. Shellhammer.
Is there a problem, Mr. Macy?
I will listen with great interest while you explain to me who is responsible for our Santa sending customers to other stores.
Well, I take complete responsibility, Mr. Macy.
My office has been flooded with phone calls,
I'm
telegrams,
really sorry, Mr. Macy, but I've taken care of it.
and messages of appreciation from grateful parents. Why, this is the greatest goodwill advertising gimmick in years. It's revolutionary. Macy's recommending gimbals. Why, it's phenomenal. I can see it now, the store with the true Christmas spirit. Now, it's a breakthrough in advertising initiative, Mrs. Walker. The media will love it. And Macy's will reap the harvest of publicity and goodwill. Oh, this is the best Santa Claus we've ever had. And there'll be a bonus in both of your Christmas stockings, ladies.
Is that wonderful or what?
It's or what?
Huh?
I just fired him.
You what?
He's totally wacko. He really thinks he's Santa Claus.
Evidently, so does Mr. Macy. I suggest if we want to keep our jobs, we get him back.
You're right. Yes, would you please page Mr. Kringle to my office? That's right, you heard me, Kris Kringle.
Walker, where's Santa Claus? The line stretches all the way to ladies' lingerie.
And we're almost at candy canes.
She fired him.
She what? In the middle of Christmas rush? What about all those children?
Mrs. Walker, as the shop steward of Elves Local 1, I must lodge a formal grievance against management's capricious disrespect of the Christmas spirit. That's all I need.
Striking elves, my day is complete.
Oh, it really wasn't necessary to page me, Mrs. Walker. I was coming in as soon as I finished changing them.
Mr. Kringle, I owe you an apology. I'm afraid I was a bit hasty in my decision to let you go. I was mistaken about your policy of sending shoppers to other stores. It works, and as a matter of fact, Mr. Macy is very pleased with the results.
Well, I'm afraid that's not quite enough, Mrs. Walker. Why should I come back just to increase Macy's profits? Pushing toys is not what Christmas is all about. Why, I'd feel quite dishonest if I did that.
But you can't just walk out.
The union stands solidly behind you, Mr. Kringle.
Here we are in the middle of the big Christmas rush. And I lose the best Santa Claus we've ever had because of a simple misunderstanding. Mr. Kringle, it's not just a matter of profit. Macy's needs you. And I need you. And the children need you.
And not to mention saving our jobs.
Would you stay if we promise not to make you sell toys? Just be the Santa Claus you want to be. Just be yourself.
Oh, well, that I can do. Well, let's go get ready.
Isn't that a bit drastic?
Mrs. Walker, you wanted to see me? I'm Arnold Sawyer from Vocational Guidance.
Oh, yes. Please have a seat. We have an interesting situation here. We have a wonderful new Santa Claus here in the store.
Well, that's wonderful, Mrs. Walker.
No, you don't understand. He really thinks he's Santa Claus.
You mean he actually maintains his character outside the work environment? Oh, that's a classic textbook case of abnormal psychology. Cases like this are usually deeply rooted in an inability to fulfill childhood Christmas fantasies. What's the subject's name?
Kris Kringle.
You've got to be kidding.
I wish that I were. Maybe you could drop by and talk to him, as if it were a routine employment examination. But please don't alarm him. He's a very valuable employee.
Well, you can count on me, Mrs. Walker. He'll never suspect I know he's nuts.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes, can I help you?
Hi, I'm John Pierce, the resident physician of Maplewood, the home where Kris Kringle used to live.
Oh, yes. Nice to meet you. Have a seat. What can I do for you?
Well, I hear that Kris is your new Santa, and I'm delighted that you took a chance on it.
Who is he, Dr. Pierce?
That's a good question. I've given that a lot of thought. He claims he's Kris Kringle, and if there really is a Santa Claus, he certainly fits the part.
Do you honestly think he's Santa Claus?
I didn't say that. But from a purely philosophical point of view, he could be Santa Claus.
Well, how do you deduce the possibility of his being Santa Claus? Philosophically speaking, of course.
Well, it's one of those questions that could go round and round in your head. Like, is Snow White, or is red really red? Or if a tree falls in the forest with no one around, can it make a sound?
Well, of course it can.
Well, if you were there, it would, because the vibrations would bounce off your eardrum. But if there were no one around, could it still make a sound?
I'm beginning to see what you mean.
Well, then take a clue red. How do we know that what I see as red, you don't actually see as green? We both recognize the color, and we have feelings about it, and we communicate. But how do we know we both see the same color?
It could never be proven.
Exactly. Exactly. It's all in your perception. Are any of us who we really think we are? If no one believes in Santa Claus, he couldn't exist. But there's millions of children all over the world that believe in Santa Claus. And Chris believes he is Santa Claus. You heard the expression, I think, therefore I am.
Well, I see what you mean philosophically, but realistically.
No, realistically, this man is perfectly harmless. There are thousands of people that lead perfectly charming lives with similar delusions.
Then he wouldn't harm the children.
As I said, I've known Chris for years, and he's absolutely harmless. His delusion is a positive one. He just wants to spread happiness and the real spirit of Christmas to everyone. I do worry about one thing, however.
What?
Well, if someone could just keep an eye on him, I mean, after business hours, he's a very old man, and I hate to think of him wandering about without a home through the streets of New York.
You mean he has no place to live?
I'm afraid not.
Well, I'll see what I can do, Dr. Pierce. And thank you so much for dropping by. I feel so much more at ease after this conversation.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Walker. I know you won't regret anything you do for Chris. Have a very nice Christmas.
Well, thank you. You too.
Mr. Kringle, is it?
Why, yes, many people call me that.
I'm Arnold Sawyer from Vocational Guidance.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Sawyer?
That remains to be seen. I'd like to get acquainted with you. As a new employee of Macy's, I have to ask you a few routine questions. Have you enjoyed your work here so far?
Oh, well, I'd hardly call this work. After all, I usually do this sort of thing for nothing.
I see you usually promise gifts to children around Christmas time.
Why, yes, of course. Oh, but not just the children, you know.
Uh-huh. And then you go home to the North Pole and you make them, right?
Oh, my goodness, no. I live right here in New York City.
Excuse me?
I'm temporarily staying with my friend Jim, the zookeeper at Central Park Zoo. I help him with the reindeer.
Oh, well, let's move on. Can you tell me what 3 times 5 is?
Oh, my goodness, don't you know?
I'd like you to tell me.
Well, it's 15. Oh, put that Arnold down for a calculator.
Now I'd like you to hold your arms out.
Oh, would you hold this on the baby? And touch my nose, alternating between index fingers. Yeah, and I know this one too. Do you know any more? I think they're such fun.
Who was the first president of the United States?
Why, that was George Washington, who was vice president under Grover Cleveland.
I have no idea. I'm conducting this interview if you don't mind. Now, are you married?
Oh my goodness, is that a proposal?
How many fingers am I holding up?
3. Oh, I see. You bite your nails. Do these interviews make you nervous?
But that's none of your business. How much is 3 times 5?
Well, 15, the same as it was the first time you asked. You know, unconscious repetition is often a sign of overwork and stress. Are you getting enough rest, Mr. Sawyer?
That will be all, Mr. Kringle.
I really think you could use a couple of weeks off. Why don't I talk to Mr. Macy for you?
Said that man has a definite rampant psychosis.
But his doctor was just here. He's assured me he's perfectly harmless.
Perfectly harmless, huh? Cases like this, they often become violent when the delusion is threatened. If he's allowed to continue to work here, I can take no responsibility for the consequences.
Then I shall.
In that case, Mrs. Walker, if he becomes violent and something happens, I will be the first one to tell you I told you so.
What was that all about? Oh, Sawyer thinks that Chris could become violent. But Dr. Pierce was just here, Chris's physician. He says that Chris is perfectly okay. All we have to do is keep an eye on him and sort of take custody of him when he's not working.
That's a splendid idea, and you're just the person to do it.
Oh no. I live all alone with my daughter. How could I have to stay with me?
Well, my boy is away at his grandparents. We do have that extra room.
I knew I could count on you, Shelley.
Not so fast. I have to talk to my husband first. Tell you what, you take him out to dinner, and that'll give me a chance to convince Mr. Shellhammer that we should have such a colorful house guest.
I could do that much.
I'd like to thank you for your very kind dinner invitation, Mrs. Soda Walker. And you know, the milk and cookies for dessert was a lovely touch. I'm really very pleased to have this opportunity to get to know you and Susan much better.
Mr. Kringle, could you speak to me in that delightful looking search day?
Susan, I think Mr. Crinkle's a little tired.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. Sit down, Susan.
Well, why don't we go inside where it's warmer? It's cold out here.
Oh, I'm accustomed to the cold, Diane.
I'm a cold runner.
All right, you two stay out here. I'm going to call.
Tell me, Susan, do you have many friends in the building?
Yes, but I don't know why, but I don't see them very much. The games they play are so childish. They pretend to be weird things like E.T. and Darth Vader. It's so dumb.
But that you need imagination. You know what imagination is, Susan?
That's when you see things that really aren't there.
Well, no, not exactly. You see, to me, the imagination is a very wonderful place, a very wonderful country. You've heard of the French nation and the British nation? Well, the imagination is very much like that. But once you get there, you can do anything you want. Why, how would you like to fly to the moon and be back by dinner time? It's very simple, really. You'd like to try.
Well, I guess I could.
Oh, of course you would. Now, we should start with something simple. How would you like to be a monkey?
I don't think I could do that, Mr. Kringle.
Oh, certainly you could. Now, just stand. There. Now, bend your knees just a little. That's it. Bend over the waist. That's it. Let your arms go. Side to side. Curl your fingers up. That's it. Face up. Big smile. There you are. You got it. I knew you could. And I'll tell you, Susan, if you were to really believe that I am Santa Claus, what would you want for Christmas?
I want a real house with a real father.
Wow, very tall order.
Well, if you understand it, you can do it. And if you can, then just give me just a nice man with a white beard like Mother said.
Well, now, Susan, there are many reasons why children don't get what they want the first time they ask for it. Sometimes little boys want very strange things, like great, big, real locomotives when they live in an 8th floor apartment. And sometimes little girls want baby brothers and sisters, even though their mothers and fathers couldn't take care of them. Besides, if one got what one wanted the first time one asked for it, things wouldn't be half so much fun. Sometimes it's wishing that keeps things going. So you see, sometimes there are lots of reasons why children don't get what they want right away.
But I wished for a father in the house for so long, Mr. Kringle, and it's all that I really want.
Hello, Susan. How's my favorite girl?
Hi, Fred.
Well, I'm Fred Keeley. I'm Susan's neighbor.
Oh, how do you do this?
Susan, it's time for bed. Oh, hi, Fred. Mr. Kringle, I may have found you a place to stay. Oh, excuse me, there's my phone. Susan, bed.
Are you looking for a place to stay?
Well, no, presently I'm staying in the zoo.
I've never met anyone who's in the zoo before, and I would be rather proud of this.
Yeah, the zoo's no place for a grown man. But why don't you stay with me? Got an extra bed in the apartment. I could use the company.
Why, I'd like that very much, Mr. Daly. Thank you. Susan, dear, why don't you go inside? It's getting chilly even out of my work.
Okay, Mr. Kringle, I like the idea of your interesting in Fred. Good night, Mr. Fred.
Good night, Susan.
You know, Mr. Daly, I like the idea of staying with you very much. it will give me a chance to stay close to Susan and to work on your Christmas tree.
Well, I hope you can make some headway with Susan. You're really fond of that little girl.
Oh, I know, I can see that. And how do you feel about Doris?
Yeah, I really like her too, but I'm afraid that she feels being neighbors is close enough.
Have you ever asked her out?
Oh, sure, I've tried. Doris doesn't socialize since the divorce. She's concentrating her attention on Susan and her career. I don't think that she trusts men anymore.
Oh, that's a very common problem these days, but one that I think that you and I can do something about.
How do you start?
Well, it's very simple. Don't let her close herself off. You've got to have faith in her.
It hasn't been any good so far.
Well, we'll work things out, she's right.
Mr. Kringle, Mrs. Shellhammer has a place for you to stay. She lives right near the store. Why don't I call you a cab and you can go over right away?
Well, that's very nice of her, Mr. Walker, but I had just accepted an invitation from Mr. Daly to stay with him.
Mr. Gailey, I see.
And I think I'm going to hurry right over to the zoo and get my things. I won't be long.
Fred, come in. I don't suppose you realize that Chris's doctor has asked me to keep an eye on him. He should not be left unsupervised. He's been diagnosed as having problems.
Aside from the fact that I think Chris is perfectly capable of handling himself, Doris, he'll only be in the next apartment. Between the two of us, we should have the situation covered.
Well, that's not quite all.
Oh?
I don't like the influence he has on Susan. I thought I'd made that very clear to you.
I understand your concerns, Doris, but I like Chris. Why not try it out for a couple of days, and then if the arrangement doesn't work out, we'll find somewhere else for him to stay. In the meantime, I will take responsibility for him. Trust me, Doris. Deal?
Deal.
Tree.
just come back here?
Well, no, isn't he with you?
Oh, I've just come from the zoo. They told me he took his things and left over an hour ago.
Oh, Fred, what are we gonna do?
Why don't you call that doctor?
Dr. Pierce, good idea.
Maplewood Home in...
Hello, is this Maplewood Home? Yes, has Mr. Kringle been back there this evening? Oh, he hasn't. Well, is Dr. Pierce there, please? He's not. Well, thank you very much.
It's all my fault. And after I told you, you could trust me.
The important thing now is to make sure he's all right.
Well, I'm surprised. I didn't think you liked Chris.
It's not a matter of like. I'd never forgive myself if something happened to him.
Come on, Doris. Who's gonna mug Santa Claus?
Fred, this is New York City.
You have a point there. But look, if he can make it from the North Pole to here, then New York City shouldn't be a problem for him.
If he was all right, he would have at least called. Susan, what are you doing up?
I dreamt that Mr. Kringle went away and there wasn't any more Christmas.
Oh, it was only a nightmare, Susan. Chris will be fine, and we'll never lose Christmas as long as we have each other. Now let's get you back to sleep. That's it, right up here. Away in a manger, no cripple is dead. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky look down where he lay.
Fred, I don't think I've ever shown my appreciation for your friendship. Forgive me for being so upset tonight.
It's good to let your defenses down sometimes, Doris. I feel closer to you knowing that you trust me enough to show your feelings.
Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'll come back at a more convenient time.
You're back!
Where were you? We've been worried sick.
Oh, I ran into some wonderful people who were singing Christmas carols, and I just had to go with them. It was so fun, much fun.
Chris, I'm real happy that you're staying with me, but I must confess I have an ulterior motive.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I'm finally going to learn the answer to a question that's plagued the world for centuries. Does Santa Claus sleep with his whiskers inside or outside the covers?
Oh, always sleep with them out. Makes them long and curly. Oh, thank you. Don't mind. I'll just go and try and move in.
Oh, I'm glad he's back. Can you imagine out Christmas caroling with his friends? I feel so silly, Fred.
Well, I'm really glad he's back too, Doris, and I'm sorry that you had to go through all this.
Well, tonight had its rough spots, but I thought it ended on a good note.
Good night, Doris.
Good night, Fred.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Macy's special holiday presentation of Elf Theater. We are especially honored today to have in our audience not only our founder, Mr. Macy, but also dear friend and competitor, Mr. Gimble, who have come here today to help us celebrate the Christmas spirit. And there's nothing closer to the Christmas spirit than children. special honor, Mr. Macy, Mr. Gimble, and our own Mr. Kringle.
In appreciation of the wonderful new spirit you brought not only to Macy's and Gimbel's, but to the entire city of New York as well.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Macy. This will make a very dear friend of mine very happy. He's a doctor, and it will buy him an X-ray machine.
Why, that's going to be quite expensive.
Oh, really?
Well, let me handle that for you. We'll get it for you wholesale.
We'll get it for you at cost.
Mr. Macy, how wonderful. Oh, there we go.
Let's take some of those in front of my store.
Oh,
This is incredible. A miracle of miracles. A sight I thought I'd never live to see. Mr. Macy and Mr. Gimble actually shaking hands? It's incredible.
I don't know how he does it.
Who's that?
Chris. Oh, and Doris, I have a little presentation of my own to make.
That's a hard act to follow, Fred.
Open.
Oh, Fred, they're beautiful.
Here, let me. I went to Cartier's. You know what they did? They told me to go to Tiffany's. Then the clerk at Tiffany's asked if I'd seen the collection at Cartier's.
It's catching all over town. You know, when I saw Chris standing next to the float that day, I never thought that I was meeting the man who was going to revolutionize the entire merchandising business.
Well, let's celebrate and have dinner together.
Oh, Fred, I'd love to, but I can't. I have to work tonight.
Not really.
Yes, the vocational guidance expert, our expert at the store, is giving a lecture tonight for the PTA at Susan's school.
Well, can't you get out of it?
I can't. I set it up. I even have to introduce him. Why don't you come along?
No. But what's the subject and who's speaking?
Arnold Sawyer on. And please don't mention this to Chris. Exploding the myth of Santa Claus. An open discussion will follow the lecture.
We'll see about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Arnold Sawyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will expose the travesties of a legend that has been handed down over the centuries. Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, Kris Kringle, the seemingly innocent mythical figure is responsible for destroying the work ethic that has made this country great. The Santa Claus myth perpetuates hopes, dreams, fantasies, all useless commodities in the hard-edged, competitive world our children must face. Mature adults, such as yourselves, try to convince these innocents that a fat man in a red suit will wedge his way down the chimney with free toys if they are good. Our children are not stupid. Millions of children develop neuroses, worrying themselves sick, trying to figure out how this huge man will squeeze through the central heating ducts of our homes with bags. Furthermore, the whole makeup of the Claus household is sexist. What, may I ask you, does Mrs. Claus do all night while her husband is out gallivanting from chimney to chimney? Left alone in a desolate remote outpost of the planet with nothing but reindeer and an occasional elf. How can she fulfill her destiny as a woman of the 80s? Why do we do this to ourselves, you ask?
Don't ask.
I'm glad you asked. To compensate for feelings of guilt, that's why. Parents who neglected their children 364 days a year choose this one day to overwhelm them with gifts, are doing so to purge themselves of their shameful, reprehensible actions. Therefore, the spirit of giving, in this case, is not the spirit of giving, but the spirit of selfishness. The obvious conclusion being, stop giving. Far from doing good in the world, this vicious myth has done more harm than the Easter Bunny.
Oh, now, just a moment here.
I'm giving this lecture, if you don't mind, Mr. Kringle.
There was to be an open discussion.
The discussion will take place after the lecture is over.
Lecture is over. We don't want to hear anymore.
I refuse to continue until this blatant fraud is removed from the platform.
Oh, Chris,
Please!
Well, Mr. Sawyer, I cannot stand idly by while he impugns my reputation.
Mrs. Walker, are you going to allow this dangerous maniac to assault your guest speaker?
He's perfectly harmless.
Perhaps we should let the police decide that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our lecture for this evening. Chris, please let me handle this.
Mrs. Walker, I am perfectly capable of defending myself against attacks on my person.
Please, Chris, for me.
Oh, very well then. I'll see you at the store tomorrow.
Society has ways of dealing with people of your sort. He's a dangerously deranged man. In cases like this, he could strike at any moment.
I hardly think that
This could really backfire on Macy's. If Mr. Gimble finds out that our Santa is possibly unbalanced, the repercussions could be disastrous.
He's a stick of dynamite. Oh, I warned you when you hired him. Thank goodness I was the victim of his lunacy and not some poor defenseless child dangling from his knee.
But he's just a kind old man. I'm sure he won't ever do
Oh, but he will, Mrs. Walker. He evidently suffered a sudden change and has entered into a violent state.
But Dr. Pierce assured us this could never happen in this kind of case. Chris's delusion is only a positive one.
Dr. Pierce is not a psychiatrist.
And neither are you.
Well, in that case, it's your responsibility to have him checked out by a competent psychiatrist, and at once.
I agree. Well, I don't. Chris has passed dozens of such examinations with flying colors.
Well, then one more won't make any difference. If they find him competent, he can come right back here and resume his job.
And if not, you've certainly done the right thing.
Well, I'd like to think about it.
Well, don't worry about it, Mrs. Walker. Mrs. Shellhammer and I will handle all the details, won't we, Shelley?
This is a whole lot of nonsense, Chris. Well, you're just as sane as anybody, and a whole lot saner than most.
Try telling that to the head warden in this ha-ha hotel.
Don't you worry, I'm going to have you out of here in no time.
No, Doris was only humoring me. If that's the way sane people behave, I'll stay in here with the others.
But Doris had no idea what Sawyer was up to. She thought you were going to be examined by a private doctor.
Well, that's very good to know. But why didn't Doris come down and tell me herself?
Because, Chris, she didn't want to hurt you.
Ah, I'm a nice old man, and she felt sorry.
It was more than that.
No, Doris had doubts, Fred. That's why she was only sorry. If you had been dragged down here, she'd have been furious.
Well, what if she did have doubts? You know, she hasn't really believed in anything in years. You're not giving her a fair chance, Chris.
It's not just Doris. It's people like that Sawyer fellow. Oh, he's vain, selfish, and dishonest. And yet they call him sane, and me not. They let him be out there, and I have to stay in here. Well, if he's sane, then I'm glad I'm not.
But you can't just think of yourself, Chris. What happens to you matters to a lot of other people. People like me who have faith in you and what you stand for. And people like Susan who are just beginning to. You can't quit now, Chris. Don't you see?
Maybe you're right. You know, maybe you're right at that. I have been downright selfish. I've been thinking of myself alone. I should go and get my reindeer ready, my sleigh. I have lots of packages to get.
Just a minute, Chris. It's not quite that easy. You see, there are some legal matters that I'm not sure I'm capable of clearing up.
Oh, Fred, I have all the confidence in the world in you. Why, you're the best lawyer since Clarence Darrow. We may not win, but we'll go down swinging.
In the spring. Maybe my Christmas present to Mrs. Harper should be more elaborate this year. Trip to Bermuda. The DA, Mara, is waiting to see you in the outer office. Oh, good. Send her in.
Well, good afternoon, Henry.
Good afternoon, Janet.
All done with your Christmas shopping?
No, not quite. Still trying to figure out what to get the little woman.
Oh, good luck. Just some routine commitment papers, Your Honor.
Oh. Okay.
You'll find everything in order, Judge. I've checked them over. The lunacy report's attached. Oh, another one from Bellevue Hospital.
Bellevue, eh? Age unknown? An old man, is he?
Very old, Your Honor.
I suppose I ought to read all of this.
Oh, you can take my word for it. It's a cut and dried consent proceeding. This fellow calls himself Kris Kringle. He thinks he's Santa Claus.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Gailey to see you, Your Honor.
Oh. What does he want?
He's an attorney. He's here on this Kringle case.
You better send him in.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Fred Gailey. I represent Mr. Kringle, the subject of those papers. In my opinion, Mr. Kringle is being railroaded. I'm requesting a proper hearing so that I might provide witnesses.
I thought you said this thing was all cut and dry.
So I did. This is the first I've heard of a protest. My name's Janet Mara, District Attorney.
Fred Gailey. Your Honor may sign them if you wish, but I'll bring in a writ of habeas corpus first thing in the morning.
No, that won't be necessary. We'll have a hearing. Monday morning at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court. Who was that?
Kringle's lawyer.
Santa Claus has a lawyer? Oh, I'd like to see this whole Kringle mess dropped right away.
This Kringle's been committed by a city hospital. It has to go through regular routine now.
Oh, isn't there anything that can be done? Mr. Mason will fire me if I don't get Santa Claus back.
Unfortunately, not a thing can be done. Hearing's first thing Monday morning.
A hearing? A public hearing? Attorneys?
Well, there's nothing to worry about. This Gailey's just a young upstart lawyer looking for a little free publicity.
Publicity? Oh, my job. No Christmas bonus. Oh, I better go talk to Mr. Gailey right away.
Oh, Philly, Judge in? Well. Hello, Henry.
Oh.
How are you, boy?
Fine.
Say, you know, that your old friend and your political manager, we successfully kept you in office for years now. I expect to keep you in that chair.
Oh, so do I, Charlie. I like this chair.
And you know the election is coming up in the spring.
That I do, Charlie, and I'm ready. We're going to win again.
Yeah, well, Henry, you know, I've been reading the newspapers. Seriously, Henry, you want to have Santa Claus in your courtroom?
That I am. Oh, is there something you want me to ask him to bring you for Christmas?
No, Henry. I'd like to give you a Christmas present.
Hey.
How about a trip?
Yeah.
A vacation.
Right.
Now, say, go to Bermuda. You know, you do look a little run down to me. I think you ought to take a few weeks off.
Nonsense. I never felt better in my life.
Go fishing. Go hunting. Go anywhere.
But why should I?
Because, Henry, this case is dynamite. You got to get out of it somehow.
But I can't just walk out on a case. It's all arranged.
Well, then have a sudden illness. Let another judge handle it. Someone who isn't coming up for re-election in the
Hey, Charlie, relax. I'm an honest man. I couldn't do anything like that. And besides, I don't see why you're so upset. What's the matter with getting all this good publicity?
Good? Why, it's terrible. Oh. You're a regular conscious pilot before you even get started. You're going to be the villain to every little kid who believes in Santa Claus. And their parents will hate you too.
Nonsense.
Extra, extra! Santa Claus, New York State Supreme Court! Read all about it!
Here, son. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Maybe we'll see.
Hear ye, all rise. New York State Supreme Court is now in session. The Honorable Henry X. Harper presiding. Be seated.
As the literacy report has already been submitted in evidence, the prosecution wishes to call its first witness. Mr. Kris Kringle.
Oh, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Kringle.
Please state your name for the record.
Kris Kringle.
And where do you live?
Why, I thought that's what this hearing would decide.
That was a very sound answer, Mr. Kringle.
Thank you.
Mr. Kringle, do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Why, yes, of course.
The state rests its case, Your Honor.
Well, young man, don't you want to cross-examine the witness? I believe Mr. Kringle was employed to play Santa Claus. Now, perhaps he didn't understand the question.
Oh, I understood it perfectly well, Your Honor.
In view of the witness's statement, do you still wish to enter a defense?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. Well, I'm perfectly aware of the fact that Mr. Kringle believes himself to be Santa Claus. In fact, that's the basis for the entire case against him. The state declares that this man is not sane because he believes himself to be Santa Claus.
I'm afraid that's entirely reasonable and logical.
Yes, it would be, Your Honor, if you or I or the DA here believed that we were Santa Claus.
Anyone who thinks he is Santa Claus is insane.
Not necessarily. Well, you believe yourself to be Judge Harper, Your Honor, and nobody questions your sanity because you are Judge Harper.
I know all about myself, young man. Mr. Kringle is the subject of this hearing. Now, do you believe that you can still prove him to be sane?
I do. If he's the person that he believes himself to be, just as you are, then he's just as sane.
Of course, but he isn't.
Oh, but he is, Your Honor.
He is what?
I intend to prove that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
This hearing is adjourned until tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. All rise.
Public Radio. Today's top story from New York City is a controversial family hearing of, you won't believe this, Kris Kringle, also known as, you guessed it, Santa Claus. It seems that Macy's St. Nick says he is Santa Claus, and the state of New York wants to put him away. This could result in a lot of disappointed children and empty stockings on Christmas Eve. We'll keep you informed on how Santa Claus fares in the New York judicial system as these hearings continue.
I read all the stories in the evening papers. And Fred, I'm worried. Aren't you making a fool of yourself, fighting a hopeless battle?
I'm rather confident. All this publicity is working for me, and the public sympathy is obviously behind Kris. Well, it's not going to be easy, but I think I've got a good chance.
But what about your job? Aren't you jeopardizing your position with the law firm?
You're right there. Old Hayslip, the senior member of the firm, called me this afternoon. He said, "We are an old established firm with great prestige and dignity. We can't have one of our junior members making a spectacle of himself, trying to prove that some old crank is Santa Claus. Well, unless I drop the case, he said they'd drop me."
Well, then you'll have to give it up.
No, I won't. I can't quit now, you know that. Well, Kris needs me, and I can't let the old man down.
Fred, how can you be so unrealistic? People have got to be more realistic about life. Well, I've learned that. You can't just go giving up your job for some sentimental whim. Oh, Fred, I love you, and I respect you. But then you go and do a crazy thing like this. Well, I thought you were sensible and reliable, not a stargazer.
Well, I guess I am a stargazer, but I'm a darn good lawyer, too. Well, I combine the best features of both. I'll make out all right. Well, it boils down to this. You just don't have faith in me.
Well, of course I do.
No, you don't. Not really. You see, you're a very factual person, Doris. You don't believe in anything unless you have proof.
It's not a question of having faith in you. You are bound to lose this case. That's just common sense.
Faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to. And you've got too much common sense.
Well, it's a good thing one of us has. It's rather an asset sometimes.
Can't you get over being afraid? Can't you let yourself believe in people like Kris? In laughter and joy and love and all those other intangibles.
You can't prevent with intangibles.
And you can't live life without them either. At least I can't. Well, I thought Kris and I had changed you, Doris. I hoped you'd be ready to take our side. But I guess not. Well, I can see there's no use talking. We don't even speak the same language, do we?
No, I suppose not.
And then there's nothing more to say.
You know, it's funny that with all my common sense, I really thought it was going to work out this time.
So did I.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Are you Mr. R.H. Macy, owner of one of the largest department stores in New York City?
The largest.
Is Mr. Kringle in your employ?
Yes.
Do you believe him to be sane?
Yes.
Do you believe him to be truthful?
Remember, you are under oath, Mr. Macy. Do you honestly believe this man to be Santa Claus?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Sawyer, you're fired.
Dr. Pierce, physician from Maplewood Home, please take the stand. Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Be seated.
Dr. Pierce, now you've known Mr. Kringle for many years. Do you believe him to be Santa Claus?
I do.
Doctor, you are a man of science, are you not? Have you any rational scientific reason for your opinion?
Yes, I have.
If I may be allowed to proceed, Your Honor.
Please do.
Did you express a Christmas wish to Mr. Kringle several weeks ago?
Yes?
What was it?
Well, I wanted an X-ray machine for the home.
And did you express this wish to anyone else?
No. It was just too fantastic. X-ray equipment is very expensive, you know.
Yes, and please tell the court what arrived at Maplewood Home yesterday.
The X-ray machine.
Where did it come from?
Well, the card said, "Merry Christmas from Kris Kringle."
Any other possible donors?
No.
Well, what do you conclude from this?
Well, when I expressed that wish, I said to myself, if that X-ray machine arrives, I'll believe he's Santa Claus. Well, it did, and I do.
Thank you, Dr. Pierce. You may step down. I now call Jim Duncan, the zookeeper, to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Be seated.
Jim, please tell us about Mr. Kringle.
Chris has a wonderful way with the reindeer, an uncanny way. I'm the reindeer man for the zoo. I've been taking care of them for 12 years. The only time I can get near them is when they're restrained. Yet these same reindeer walk right up to Mr. Kringle and eat right out of his hand.
Objection! This is ridiculous, irrelevant, and immaterial, not to mention ludicrous. Mr. Gailey is making a circus out of this proceeding. There is no such person as Santa Claus, and everybody knows it.
That is purely a matter of opinion. Can you offer any proof that there is no Santa Claus?
Well, no. Of course I can't. And I do not intend to. This isn't a nursery, Mr. Gailey. This is a New York State Supreme Court. We're wasting the court's time with this childish nonsense. Is there or is there not a Santa Claus? I ask His Honor for an immediate ruling.
The court will take a short recess to consider the motion. All rise.
Look, Henry, I don't care what you decide about old Whisker Puss out there, but if you go back and officially rule that there is no Santa Claus, you might as well start looking for that chicken farm right now. Why, we can't even put you in the primaries.
Santa Claus, Charlie. I'm a responsible judge. I'm taking an oath. If I do, they'll have me disrobed. They'll try me for insanity.
Listen, Henry, do you know how many millions of dollars worth of toys are produced each year? Toys that wouldn't be sold if it weren't for Santa Claus. Have you ever heard of the National Association of Manufacturers? Now, how do you think they'd like your ruling? What about all those people they employ to make those toys? Union people! What about the AFL and the CIO? They're gonna love you, Henry, and they're gonna say it with votes. Then there are the department stores, and the candy companies, and the Christmas card makers. Oh, let's not forget the Salvation Army. Why, they get a Santa Claus on every corner. Henry, you're gonna be an awfully popular fella. What about the Christmas baskets we give out? Henry, I'm telling you, if you rule that there is no Santa Claus, you can count on getting just 2 votes. Yours and Lawyer Morris.
Mara is a Republican. All right. Be seated. The question of Santa Claus is, by and large, a matter of opinion. Many people firmly believe in him. Many others do not. The tradition of American justice demands that we take a broad and unprejudiced view of such a controversial matter. This court intends to keep an open mind. It will hear any evidence on either side.
Your Honor, I believe I have further evidence. I'd like to call Janet Mara to the stand.
Who, me?
Miss Janet Mara.
Oh,
Janet, you wouldn't lie to us, would you?
Of course not.
Do you believe in Santa Claus, Janet?
Sure I do. He gave me a brand new sled last year.
What does he look like?
There he is, sitting right over there.
I object.
Overruled.
And please, Janet, tell me what makes you so sure that there is a Santa Claus?
Because my mommy told me so.
You believe your mommy, don't you, Janet? She's a truthful woman.
Of course she is. My mommy wouldn't tell me a thing that wasn't so.
Thank you, Janet.
And don't forget, a real soccer ball.
Oh, you shall have it, Janet. You shall have it.
Your Honor, the state of New York concedes the existence of Santa Claus.
Yes, this court concurs.
But having so conceded, Your Honor, we ask that Mr. Gailey cease presenting personal opinion as evidence. The state could bring in hundreds of witnesses with opposite opinions, but it is our desire to shorten this hearing rather than prolong it. I therefore demand that Mr. Gailey now submit authoritative proof that Mr. Kringle is the one and only Santa Claus.
Your point is well taken, Mrs. Mora. I'm afraid I must agree. Mr. Gailey?
Your Honor, I'm not prepared to submit authoritative proof at this time. I'd like to ask for an adjournment.
This court is adjourned until tomorrow afternoon at 3. All rise.
I'm afraid not, Susan. He hasn't been here for so long. Will he come soon, Mother?
Susan, I'm afraid Mr. Kringle may never be able to come here again.
Why not?
Well, it's because he says he's Santa Claus.
But he is Santa Claus. He's so sweet and kind and jolly. And nobody can be like Mr. Kringle except Santa Claus.
I think perhaps you're right, Susan.
Is Mr. Kringle unhappy, Mother?
Yes, he is.
But I'm going to write him a letter right away to Chairman. What's his address?
It's Mr. Chris Kringle at the New York Supreme Court. Just inside. Come on.
Hey, I don't believe it. Here's a new one. I've seen him write to Santa Claus at the North Pole and the South Pole, care of the postmaster and every other one. But this kid writes to Mr. Chris Kringle at the New York Supreme Court. Special delivery too. Can you beat that?
Hey, the kid's right. That's where he is, too. Don't you read the papers?
Of course I read the papers. They took some terrific pictures of by accident. But is this news I want to read?
They got this Kringle guy down at the courthouse. He claims he's Santa Claus, and well, the DA claims he's nuts.
You mean this guy could be Santa Claus?
Hey, I think he could be.
Well, then what's the matter with you, Louise? What's the matter with us? This guy Kringle could be the answer to our prayers.
Hey, you're right. Why didn't I think of that?
Okay, order a big truck. Order a couple of them. We'll take all the Santa Claus mail we got laying around here and send it to Chris Kringle at the courthouse.
All right.
All right.
You seen this? This Kringle hearing is reaching unheard of proportions. Why, they're writing major headlines about it.
Yes, I read the papers too.
So what are we going to do? You have to think of your position.
And my duty to my office.
Never mind that, Henry. Today is Christmas Eve. If you stick Santa Claus to a padded sale on Christmas Eve, you're liable to be picketed or mobbed, or even murdered.
Yes, it is a desperate case. If that Gailey boy could just figure out the slightest pretext of competent authority, I'd willingly and eagerly give him every break. I've watched Mr. Kringle very carefully. He seems to be nothing worse than a very kindly old gentleman. But unless something miraculous happens, I'm going to have to accept that lunacy report and have the old man put away.
Mother, now that we're here, I'm getting scared. What if Uncle Fred loses? And they send Mr. Kringle away? What if he isn't Santa Claus? Just like you said.
I was wrong when I told you that, Susan. You must believe in Mr. Kringle and keep on believing. We both must.
Then you really think I'll get my Christmas wish?
Faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to. If you don't believe, Susan, you'll never get the things you really want. You must believe. We both must.
I believe. I believe. I believe.
That's it, Susan.
Dear Mr. Kringle, I miss you very much, and I hope I will see you soon. I know it will come out all right. I believe you are Santa Claus, and I hope you are not sad. Yours truly, Susan Walker. P.S. I believe in you too. Love, Doris. Susan, dear.
Mr. Kringle, I believe.
Oh, Susan, thank you very much for your wonderful letter. Now I know my work here has not been in vain.
It will be all right. I know that now. I believe.
Oh, Fred, wait till you see this letter.
Hold on to your seat, Chris. You ain't seen nothing yet.
All rise. Be seated. Well, young man, do you have any further evidence to submit?
I have, Your Honor, and it concerns the U.S. Postal Service. an official branch of the United States government. Well, the U.S. Postal Service was created July 26, 1776 by the Second Continental Congress. The first Postmaster General was Benjamin Franklin. And at the present time, the U.S. Postal Service...
It is indeed gratifying to know about the Postal Service, but I hardly think it has any bearing on this case.
It has a great deal of bearing, Your Honor. If I may be allowed to continue?
By all means.
I can quote endless details to verify that this is an efficiently run governmental organization. Moreover, it has been an official branch of the federal government since 22 days after the Declaration of Independence. All jobs are under civil service. Promotions are strictly on merit. Furthermore, U.S. postal laws and regulations make it a federal offense to deliver mail to the wrong party.
Your Honor, the state of New York is second to none in its admiration of the Postal Service. We are ready to concede that it is the most efficient and authoritative organization.
For the record?
Yes, for the record. Anything to get on with this hearing?
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce 3 pieces of evidence. If we could let these be named Exhibits A, B, and C. These letters are addressed to Santa Claus, and they've just been delivered here in this building to Mr. Kringle by the U.S. Postal Service. I submit, Your Honor, that this is positive proof that a competent federal authority recognizes this man to be the one and the only Santa Claus.
3 letters are hardly positive proof. I understand the Postal Service receives thousands of such letters each year.
I have further exhibits, Your Honor, but I hesitate to produce them.
Oh, bring them in, young man. Put them right here on the bench.
Yes, we'd all like to see them, I'm sure.
Your Honor.
I said, put them right here.
Very well, Your Honor. Is simply addressed Santa Claus.
The state of New York and the United States of America believes this man to be Santa Claus. This court won't dispute it. Case is dismissed.
I've ever had.
Me too, Mother. All of these nuts make it perfect. No.
I've never known a Christmas like this. Fred, for the first time, I know what you mean when you say faith is believing in things
when common sense tells you not to.
Oh, look! It's my house! It's my house!
What does she mean, her house?
I don't know. She's never mentioned anything about a house to me before.
Well, it's a nice-looking house. Probably would make a great real estate investment for a new couple.
A new couple? Whatever do you mean, Fred?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about some clients I have at the office.
Oh, yes. A good real estate investment for some clients at the office.
Well, of course, it's a little big for just 2 people. Would be a great size for a family of 3 or more. Doris, you know I've loved you for a long time, and I've loved Susan even longer. Now, don't you think it's time we did something about it?
Such as?
Well, do you have any ideas?
Well, I have a lot of ideas, Fred, but they have nothing to do with real estate.
Marry me, Doris. Let's get this house for Susan.
Mother, it's got a swing in the backyard. Just like my Christmas wish. That I told Chris about.
Susan, Fred and I have some news for you.
You mean you're getting married? I knew that was going to happen. It was part of my Christmas.
Susan, your wish is my command.
You mean you're going to deliver happily ever after?
Oh, and look what I found by the fireplace.
Merry Christmas, Doris.
Mr. Peter Trump. I'd like to introduce our producer, Mr. Robert Irwin. Our musical director, Mr. Richard.
There's a tradition in the closing act of theater where there's a lot of other things that have to go on as well. We've been in production for months, and of course this is the culmination. And I don't want to talk about my emotions about it because it's too close to me because, well, we'll talk about it. What you'd like to thank our lighting crew. There's a lot of people who make this possible. And I really would like to list them all, but one of the ones that comes to mind first is a person who I did not acknowledge the last time I directed when I was standing on this spot, and who on this show was not only one of the leading ladies, but the director of Elf Theater, Kathy Crosby. Which has been wonderful, and thank you. There's also the sound technician, my son Lyle. And the stage manager. Stage manager is someone who participated in this show throughout all rehearsals and all performances. Debbie Voorhees, thank you, Debbie. To run a show without a whole bunch of people helping out, and Bob Lee and Patricia Berry. The cast also stumbled on things. C.C. Fleming was very responsible for the process. Costume from Liz Harrison. Is Liz here? Yeah. We had great breaths. Great. The thank yous go on. Terrific house manager. Boy, it takes something to manage all you people. And Willie, Ari, and Willie, come on. Done by Willie Ari. And I know there's just jobs more. It's terrific. This stage cast. Come here, and lots of people. Thank you, everybody, so much for making the 4th production of Miracle on 34th Street so wonderful. Thank you for being here, and Merry Christmas.